This video topic was chosen by our subscribers. Make sure you subscribe to get community posts like this one going forward. So, the Gulf of Mexico was on fire. Yes. Isn't it a body of water? Well, yes, but it was still on fire. How? Well, let me explain that and the Mexican politics behind this whole situation right now. You heard me right a second ago, and your eyes aren't deceiving you. That is the Gulf of Mexico, a body of water on fire. Well, kind of. More specifically though, it's gas in the Gulf near the Yucatan Peninsula that's on fire. The cause of the gas leak isn't clear at the moment, with one source telling Reuters that it was caused by an electrical storm and heavy rain, although even that's not clear at the moment. Now, the platform and the pipeline in question are both managed by an organisation called Pemex. And this particular platform and area are actually very important to Pemex, with about 40% of the company's oil coming from here alone. That's 700,000 barrels of crude oil every single day. It's worth noting at this point that Pemex is Mexico's state oil company, with the business run by the Mexican government and contributing a third of the country's tax revenue. They might pay a lot of tax and help fund the government, but Pemex isn't exactly the most financially stable, as the most indebted oil company in the world, holding $107 billion worth of debt in 2019. They've also got a very troubled safety record. In just the last 10 years, they've notably killed 30 people in an explosion at a gas plant, 37 more when an administrative building exploded, a further 4 died in a platform fire, 28 died when a plant exploded, 137 died when a pipeline exploded in a Mexican village, and there was also another tanker fire, where luckily no one died. So it's safe to say that Pemex has a spotty safety record. They're financially troubled but crucial to the country and intrinsically linked to the government, which makes a difficult mix. Back to this specific incident though, and according to Pemex, the blaze was extinguished about 5 hours after it began, after the company closed the interconnection valves of the pipeline, extinguishing the fire and the release of gas. They also insisted that no environmental damage had been done, with the head of Mexico's environmental regulator tweeting that the burst did not generate any spill. Now, you probably have more questions here because, well, I know that I do, with my personal top 2 being, what was the gas in question, and how do we know that there's been no spill, if, well, clearly something spilled to cause the fire? Well, unfortunately, we don't know the answer to either yet. None of the involved organisations have yet disclosed what gas it was, let alone what backs up their environmental certainty. Many, therefore, are demanding more answers and greater accountability. The head of Greenpeace Mexico remarks in a statement that these are the risks we face on a daily basis, and which call for a change in our energy model, as we have demanded. It's not just those on the south of the Gulf who are upset though, with many on the north equally frustrated by the incident. Senator Bernie Sanders took to Twitter to remark, "Please don't tell me that ending our dependency on fossil fuels is too radical. This is radical." Congresswoman Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez was on the same page, tweeting, "Shout out to the legislators going out on dinner dates with Exxon lobbyists so that they can call the Green New Deal too expensive." Mexico's president isn't keen to be deterred though. Prior to this incident, he was insistent on bringing the country back to its energy-producing past, with him rolling out plans to increase the dominance of Pemex following his 2019 election. Rather than scaling down, he wants to see Mexico become energy independent again, as well as hiring thousands of new workers in the sector. Many argue that this is a backward view to take, with the world increasingly turning away from non-renewable energy. But it's unlikely that one fire will turn him away from supporting his country's former national industry. This is all likely to spark a wider conversation, though, about our reliance on fossil fuels and the impact of said reliance. As people become increasingly unhappy with the current methods of energy production, and with this issue shining a light on the wider problem, it's easy to see why half-answered questions and vague platitudes might not work for much longer. What do you think though? Should companies like these be more accountable for their environmental impact? Or is this all an overreaction? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As I said at the start, this video was chosen by our subscribers, but if you wanted the other topic, the Richardson Weed controversy, then I have good news for you. That story is actually going to be included in the Global Summary this week, coming out tomorrow morning. The Global Summary is our weekly rundown of the biggest news events from around the world, with this week's including China's growing influence in Europe, more Brazilian scandals, and the variety of natural disasters the world is facing this week. Find the summary every week over on the TLDR Global channel. The link to the channel is down below, so subscribe to be notified when it's released tomorrow. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to be notified every time we release a new video. Special thanks to our Patreon backers who make videos like this one possible. And if you want to see your name at the end of videos, then you too can back us on Patreon. The link to that is in the description.